What up, Herd? Welcome to another episode of Cover Lovers here on the Nearing Nerdvana channel, and we get to discuss this week's incentives as well as store exclusives. And we have Mike and his family rocking out to our DJ Eddie. How you guys doing?
We are good. The whole fam is here. This is Mad Max behind me, and Dayo's
He's
back
huge.
up. Yeah, he's getting big.
How old is he now? What, 2?
He's 2. Yeah,
man, I love it.
And Dayo's back there playing the arcade 1-up Star Wars game right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you hear if you hear vector graphics sound effects that you remember from your
May the force be with you.
I do. I can't wait. Look at that. The whole family's here. Are they going to partake in today's show?
I think Dayo will probably get upset for missing a cover somewhere along the line, then pretend to critique one, and then Max is going to bed soon. So. I don't know about my wife. She may pop in for a booty or a boob or a booty cover.
Oh, I wonder if we have any of those on today's show.
There has to be.
You're
at
gonna
least
not
one.
have any?
Yes,
I don't know.
rated.
I don't know. I don't recall seeing any this week.
You made the.
Bye, if that's what you were waiting for.
Yes.
Come on, man.
There might be some theories.
I'm sure there's one.
Theories. There might be some.
Is there any package covers today?
No, not a single one. Not a single one.
Thank God.
Oh man.
We've had way too good of a run of those lately. We need to. Package
So very
covers.
true. So very true.
Oh, package cover.
Yeah, package covers.
Yes.
Oh, what do they call it? They call it what's the other? Is it
Hard pass is what they call it.
Or soft pass. This is kind of depends.
Soft pass. Very, very soft pass. Yes.
Oh man. Oh,
I mean, hey, it's cool. I mean, if it's a hard pass for you, that's cool too. Just not for me.
Oh man. All right, Jeff. How are things going in your neck of the woods, sir?
Good. My dog left me a treat in my room, so I had to go clean that up before I joined you guys. So
a dead animal.
Congratulations, sir.
No, he vomited.
Oh.
So I'm assuming he ate his own poop.
Oh.
I mean, unless he ate a bug, which is possible. He could have eaten a bug, but yeah, he left me a nice treat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's definitely
on
Moondays.
that note, let us give a shout out to our sponsors.
Yes, please.
Start it off with Cover Price. Make sure to use Nirvana. Use code word Nirvana14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. Definitely worth a try to give it to do it just for $1. I mean, why not? And don't forget to use TNH10 to save yourself 10% off your purchase over at Bird City Comics. All right. And as always, shout outs to our moderators. Oh, where are they? Here we are. Oh, whoa. Here we go. Giving a follow to our moderators. Uncle Rudy, what is going on? And also our resident DJ, Eddie. Give him a follow on Beats by Monson over on Instagram. All right. Let's dive into the chat real quick. And
it's Alonzo's first time.
Go ahead.
I said it's Alonzo's first time using his computer.
It is. Sorry. All right. What is going on? GT Key, Inja, the Beheader Binja. What is going on? Trish, how you doing? Oh, look at that. Sheena. What is going on? Copy. Yes. Copy. What is up? Oh, Kenneth, good to see you. Good to see you. Uncle Rudy, what is up? And yes. Oh, Sarah, where is Sarah? Oh, well, all right. I guess we'll find Sarah when she jumps on. All right. Unless I missed her. Did I miss her? Oh, there. Yep, there you go. All right, Sarah, thank you. All right, thanks a lot, Jeff. All right, let's get started with this week's incentives. Here we go. And our first one up is a three-way with Scarlet. We have a 1 in 10 by Gleb a 1 in 25 by Paolo, and a 1 in 50 by Annie Wu. All right, Mike, Allie, what is your choice?
I have to choose one?
If you have to,
Now you sound like
Your
one
head.
of us. Now you definitely sound like one of us. Do I have to? Is there a gun to my head? Do I have to buy one of these?
What, Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet. No, this is G.I. Joe. So Scarlet,
Okay.
and that's Storm Shadow in the middle.
And these are incentives?
These are incentives. Yeah, exactly my thoughts.
Well, guys, I think if you gave me a week, I could probably come up with something like this with a computer. So, no. We're talking physics teacher, not a math person, or I'm sorry, not an art person. But like, is this incentive worthy? Did people pay extra for this?
People would pay extra for these. Yes, that's for sure.
some people do.
I don't hate the Storm Shadow one, but what the hell is that doing on a Scarlet book? I mean, is he in it? I mean, I'm not reading it, so I don't know. Is he
might be.
featured? Is he featured in the book? I don't know. I mean, it's not a terrible Storm Shadow, but it seems like the wrong book to put him on. I guess if you're collecting the burst covers, is one of the better ones. Yet, it's just, I don't know. The two actual Scarlet covers are not good though. I mean, I shouldn't say that they're not bad, but they're certainly not incentive worthy.
Oh, there you go. See, James says he is in the story.
Oh, okay. He isn't. All right. Well, okay. So then I guess that's worthy of having him on there. Then that's my choice if he's in the story. And I think it's also by far the best cover. The other two are just okay, sort of A-B level covers, certainly not incentive worthy. Not sure that the Storm Shadow one's incentive worthy either, but it's at least better than the other two, if I have to choose.
Hey, one thing. Somebody.
Do not do that.
No. Well, someday, no. Because he's in school to be a physics teacher, and we're like unicorns.
Oh.
I'm serious.
Copy is a unicorn, just so you know.
Copy is a unicorn. That is for sure.
But for serious, there's like 10,000 of us in the country, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, Jeff. Of the three, which is your choice?
I even have a problem with the Rivera. I mean, that is a really short sword and handle.
That's what she said?
Yeah. That's probably for sure. I mean, he's got short legs. It's just really weird.
That's not the first time Jeff has said that to someone. That's a short sword.
It's usually her hands too small.
Oh, I like that.
But a small hand makes it look so big.
Yes, it does. But not in this case. He's got big hands and a small sword, so he's in trouble. Yeah, it's difficult to choose. I mean the Melnikov, I guess that would be the name. There's something just so off with it. And I just don't like the background face, head, or whatever. The gun looks terrible. The Wu it's not that bad, but I don't like.
Sorry.
Like Scarlet is fine, a little bit off on proportions as well, but the rest of it, I'm just like, meh.
It matches the really bad 80s Marvel covers nicely.
Yes. But if I have to choose, I'm just gonna choose the Storm Shadow because it's Storm Shadow and it looks better art. It's better art than the other two. But just, I mean, barely for me too. It's just barely. I wouldn't spend my money on this. Go get the A cover. I'm sure it's better.
Wow, just barely, man. That's brutal. I have to agree with you guys though. I that 1 in 50 by Annie Wu. It doesn't seem like an incentive, like Ali had mentioned. None of these are really incentive worthy. That 1 in 50 is terrible. I feel like it's a splash page or just part of the interior of the comic book. I mean, it doesn't even deserve to be on a cover, to be honest.
It's supposed to be.
the 1 in 10 by Gleb, it's the same issues that you had mentioned, Jeff. I feel the same way. I think there's the face with Scarlet just doesn't look right.
The head is
gun
huge.
just looks like a toy gun that you would get from a GI Joe pack. And the face just looks a little weird, and I think it has to do with the blue shadowing. It just didn't fill that out. Oh, and I love that pack. Hold on, let's blow that up for a minute. Look at that.
That's way better art.
That is way better. No short swords here.
Why not just use this art? I don't understand. Why are they not just publishing this?
They should. They have it in the archive somewhere. Somebody has it.
Yep. So yeah, by default, 1 in 25. Thank you so much, Mr. Paulo Rivera, for giving us a comic that really deserves to be an incentive. Yep. All right.
I mean, at least he made Storm Shadow look like an action figure.
Yeah,
a little bit.
All right. We just like last week, we have another Star Wars versus Star Trek, and this time up we have should be Star Wars, not Sat Wars. That is my fault. Inquisitors number 1 by Alex Maleev, a 1 in 25, and then we have the Star Trek Annual 2024 by Suspiria Velchez at a 1 in 10. All right, Jeff, you're up.
Just shoot me. I don't want to pick.
But you have to.
That Inquisitors one is so bad. He's got some weird legs. He's got egghead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so weird. God, I have to.
Yeah,
I actually have to pick the Star Trek one. And I don't like the way Data looks on this.
Can I show my tattoo?
I mean, if they remove Data from it, might be a better cover.
You know what though? I think that might be Data's O face. He's like,
it just feels like someone just stuck him in there.
His O face. Oh,
it's definitely a surprise
that's
face.
His batteries get recharged, you know.
Yeah, they got recharged all right.
Yeah, I don't like either of these, but I'm gonna go with the cheaper option. I'll go Star Trek.
Sounds good. All right, Ozzy and Jack, what do you got?
I would have really loved to be the Green Girls for lots of reasons, but it's even still, it's by far the better cover. The Maleev. This is one of the worst Maleevs I've seen.
Wait, it's
the character
Maleevs?
that really needed to like be a good cover for that character. But so believe it or not, the Star Wars homer that I am, it's the Star Trek cover all the way on this one. My wife would like to chime in as well.
Let's just start with show your tattoo first.
Everyone's seen my tattoo a billion times.
Oh, have they? Have they seen mine?
Okay, wait. Let's see. There we go.
Maybe you can see in camera correctly.
Woo!
Yep, we see it.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah, that's the engineering symbol. So how did that happen, Mike?
So at the time, one of the most, if not the most prominent Star Wars tattooist, a buddy of mine got us into appointments on May the 4th so that I could get this, or at least the start of it.
Let's put the trademark on a tattoo for Star Wars.
At the time, Lucasfilm was allowing him to put the trademark on all Star Wars tattoos. I'm sure there's others now, because now there's a tattoo alley at Celebration, so I'm sure all those artists are allowed to do that. But at the time, it was just him. And my wife waltzes in her appointment and goes, I don't want a Star Wars tattoo. I want a Star Trek tattoo instead. So there's that. So that happened.
That's hilarious.
So by one of the most prominent Star Wars tattoo artists.
That's awesome.
On May the 4th.
On May the 4th.
But, Anyway,
Wait,
Star Trek.
Was that his first Star Trek tattoo?
Oh, I doubt it. But still.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on. With the Star Trek cover, first of all, the Star Wars cover is just boring. Like, you can't, there's nothing special. But there's a lot of interesting things going on there. Yeah, Data looks
like he's experiencing human emotion.
Yes. Just the whole thing just
time you
feels
do
like
that, though, you have the risk of.
the whole thing. Like I don't know. It's better if we're comparing, and that's the whole scenario. It's better.
It's better in all the ways.
And Mike, you would agree?
Oh, absolutely. It's by far the better cover.
Right?
Yep. I love me some colored girls, so I would definitely go with the 1 in 10.
Oh my god! I can't believe you said that.
I love me some colored girls.
She's green. Why not?
That's just
She's green.
bad choice of
That's
That's
words.
not the way that soundbite is good.
Yeah,
Hey,
that,
I don't see color. I don't see color.
that standalone statement is you're in trouble.
Gene,
we
you'll
make a
do it
meme?
later. I didn't know copy.
Oh, Alonzo. No, stop,
Yes, James.
stop. Don't encourage him.
Can we please go to the next cover?
Don't encourage him.
All right. We have Sonic the Hedgehog 1 in 10 by Natalie Fordrain. Mike.
So I like the aesthetic of these Sonic Fordrain covers or Fordrain covers. They give the feeling of the original game in a nice, simple, crisp way. They're fun. This might, but they're sort of also a cool. I don't know what the style is. It's that Cuphead kind of style. That it's not quite that, but it has that aesthetic to it. So these are fun. These are really hard to find. I don't know any shops that order 10 copies of Sonic, or if they do, maybe they get one of these. So if you're a Sonic person and you're collecting this run, I don't blame you. This isn't for me, but I prefer the old Archie ones, the original ones, to these. But this has that in a very sort of modern way. So I think this is worth every penny of $10 if you can find one for yourself. Even though this isn't one of her best of this run, it's still good enough to pay for because you'll never see it again.
Okay, sounds good. Jeff?
I agree all the way across the board. I mean, who's going to order 10 copies of number 70 on top of like it being a kid's book? So be very hard to find. We always say that for especially these kind of covers. My Little Pony, Sonic, all of those are going to be hard to find. And I mean, art-wise, yeah, it's not the best of the Sonic ones, but it's not bad either. It's good art. It's just not like, some of the other 1 in 10s that we've spoken about before. But it's okay. It's a little more stylized too. I like how Sonic's a little stretched out there. So if you can find it, get it. If you're a Sonic fan, if you're not collecting this, then no worries, no big deal.
Cool. All right. I like it, but at the same time, I don't. It's one of those weird things. It's and you use this a lot, Jeff, as your examples. I mean, it feels like they had one piece of art and then they put it on top of another, and then they put it on top of another to kind of generate it. What kind of stickers did you call these? Or
those
Clip
color
art?
forms? Color
Oh,
forms.
color forms, yeah.
forms?
Those magnets, right?
Like
Those
you got
magnet
a whole bunch
stickers.
of Sonic stickers, and then you have a cover, and you just started putting stuff together, and this is what you get.
I can see it. Yeah.
I mean, and I guess that has a lot to do with all the shadowing that the art has, but I feel like it's kind of just layered on top of each other. You know what I mean?
I think the colorists kind of blew it here too. That's why.
Yeah. But I do dig it. But again, I wouldn't buy it. I just feel like I'm like meh, All right, moving on to the next one. We have Thundercats Cheetara number 1 in 20 by Sozo Maeka. All right, Jeff, come on.
Oh man. I wouldn't say like I love her art. I wouldn't say this is her best art. But it is really, it's a different Cheetara. Like it's not, I want to say, I like the face. I don't know if I necessarily like the body, but that's fine. The the details there on the stretches, on the material, so I can tell it's material. That's cool. I just don't know if it's my favorite Sosa Maika. I like the background too. So 1 in 20 for I guess the trade dress does get in the way of the regular cover. So this kind of might deserve a virgin. But if you're a Sosa Maika fan, go get it. Again, I don't know how many people are ordering 20 of these, even if it's a number 1.
Okay. All right, Mike. Allie, what do you think?
I do think it's one of her best covers.
Really?
To be honest, yes, I do. It's still not my favorite. My favorite is still the Red Sonja Valentine's Day. That's still her best. I think even she would say that's still her best, or either that or was it the Catwoman with the butt with the
Yes, 25. Yeah.
But that's actually but that's not a better cover. I don't think it's just more lascivious. But I don't think it's actually better art than the Red Sonja. And then the second one may be her that came like right after it. But I think this is fantastic. I really do. I think this is her back on her A game, which we haven't really seen over the last few covers. It's on the right kind of character. I mean, this is great for fanboys. Cheetara, obviously, we had that beautiful one. Was it like 3 or 4 weeks ago on the Thundercats book? Who did that one? Was that Perillo?
Perillo did one. It was awesome. The Lizardman?
Yeah, I think it was the Perillo one. But this is right up there. I think this is great lighting from the back, which I think is done well across her front. I don't know what it's reflecting off of exactly, but it sort of has that 80s feel to it because the Farrah Fawcett hair going on.
I was about to say that.
Which is just the right touch, I think, for a book that, let's face it, is nostalgic for, and it's sexy, just sexy enough. Without being like Zenescope-ish. So I think it's excellent. I really think it's one of her better pieces. Not her top 2 or 3, but right behind it.
All right, Allie?
You agree?
Am I being asked?
You're being asked.
Thumbs up?
Yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. Now, keep in mind, I don't have like an understanding of the character or anything, so I can't. My children are riding a rocking horse right now and laughing.
I'm sorry about the extra noise, everyone.
Laughter is always good.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's like it's a nice, beautiful representation of a woman. I'm all good for seeing a woman look good without fakeness and all that. So she looks great. It's good.
Nice.
I think what throws me off is the sunspots and the and just that her face. It looks like God, what's her name again that you said she looks like? The hair?
Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, it looks like Farrah Fawcett dressed up as Cheetara.
Okay.
What's the problem with that?
There's no problem with that. It just throws me off.
So it's the cosplay cover.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I'm with you, cosplay. Oh, no.
I'm really glad that they actually did a virgin variant of this one because
I think you need to
It
get
does
it
look better. It looks better.
Sad. And I don't usually say that. Usually I'm okay with the trade dress version, but the trade dress really F's it up.
Yep, for sure. All right, let us move on to the next one. We have Vampirella Dark Reflections number 2, 1 in 25 by Lucio Perillo. All right, Mike, what do you think? You're on mute.
Sorry, I was yelling at my children. This is an interesting piece from Perillo because, I mean, he's usually all about over-sexifying Vampirella. And in this case, giving her sort of that, I hate to say it, but that Virgin Mary kind of a look that is, it's a little off-putting on a book that's supposed to be Vampirella, but also it's a really cool, almost Renaissance.
You also you just threw
piece.
this to the Catholics in the group here.
Yeah, I am a Catholic, so
we're like the two of us are like, I mean,
but yet, of course, it's Perillo. We know that it's fully painted. I mean, which is astounding in and of itself. Oil. It's a gorgeous cover. There's no doubt about it. It's whether or not it makes you feel weird, if it gives you the creeps in some sort of like, yeah, but it's, I would get it if like it infringed upon your religious stuff, but otherwise, I think it's a fantastic piece. It's masterful, like it always is from Vampirella.
All right. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, it's good. It's Perlo art. I mean, I never could complain about his art, really, honestly. I don't remember the last time I said anything bad about his art. It does creep me out a little. That is one hell of a plunge line that she has for a mother. Mary,
Be holding a rosary, you know?
yeah, and the blood's coming out of her eyes. That the stigmata thing going on. I'm out. But
I mean that's what's great about it, though, too.
Yeah, it is supposed to invoke a feeling, right? Whether it's like in your face with the religion or kind of poking at the religion, whatever you want to, it is invoking that. So it's not his best art, but it's also not bad. It's really good. It kind of creeps me out, and I'm not a religious person.
Yeah, like it creeps me out as well. I mean, it reminds me there has to be like a horror movie of some sort that had like the Virgin Mary or something like that, and the blood coming right out of her eyes. It just kind of reminds me of that. So for this, it's creepy as hell. It does give me those like horror film kind of vibes to it. So that's what I get. And art's supposed to evoke an emotion as well. So I definitely get it. 78 points wants it, and then it could be the Nun. It really could be.
But you know what it reminds me of? Heroes. Remember Heroes? One of the seasons, one of the people had a power where, remember, her eyes turned black, and
Save the cheerleader.
She poisons everybody around her, and they're all bleeding out of their eyes.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
But they use black darkness instead of blood because you can't do that on TV.
That's right. Oh man! All right. Moving on to the next one, we have Miles Morales, a Spider-Man number 22, a 1 in 50 by Rose Besh. All right, Jeff.
I'm gonna agree with you on the face smash. That's what is wrong? There's something so wrong with this.
Yeah, it's Rose Besh.
The hand, the thigh, the weirdly bumpy butt, like it's just really not okay. I don't even like the face, the head. It doesn't even look like Miles.
That one haven't.
So this is really not my favorite Besh for sure. I would pass on it, especially at 1 in 50.
Yeah. But you can get a cover A or cover B or whatever that is.
No, I wouldn't even get the cover A, honestly. And I'm a Besh fan. Yep.
All right. What about you, Mike?
This is actually an awful piece of art. There isn't anything redeeming about this. It isn't impressionistic. It isn't street art looking. It's just bad. And this reinforces everything that I don't like about most of her covers. She has a couple that I do like. Every once in a while she hits it. I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be. It's not shaded correctly. There's like a layer missing. The proportions are, I know that she exaggerates them, but this is something different. I don't know.
He's turned around.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, I haven't seen covers from her lately, so I'm not really sure where she's been, and I'm sure she's a wonderful person. I don't really know. I've never met her, and I get that people like her style. I still love that silk cover from way back when. One of the better covers from that time frame with the sneakers. But this is just not a good piece. This is not good. It doesn't deserve to be on an incentive at all. I'm not even really sure it deserves to be on that B cover.
I feel like and the folks in the chat said that maybe she didn't have enough time. She was just like, you know what, I'm at the deadline. I'm just going to turn this thing in. I think Los S had said that. I mean,
I think he nailed it.
I totally believe it. You know, like that Miles's head. It's like someone snapped his neck and went. Psh.
Even the background, like even she puts a little more like depth in the coloring. Like it wouldn't just be just this flat note. And it's just lazy. It just, like Los S said, it looks like she had to rush this one. She didn't clean it up or nothing.
But she's not overworked right now. Rush it. Why?
I don't know.
When's the last time we've even seen a cover from her?
It's been a bit.
Like, I get it during the time when Peach Momoko was doing 12 covers a month. Like, I get that, but I haven't seen a Rose Besh cover in like 3 months, I don't think. Maybe I missed something somewhere along the line, but she hasn't done a whole lot.
Yeah, it's a terrible cover. Like, I like Rose Besh. I like a lot of the covers that she's put out in the past, but this is terrible. Yeah. And I don't even know how to fix it other than not do it. Like, she should not have just turned it in.
The head and neck is like Exorcist.
It is. Oh my god.
I don't get it at all.
Oh my goodness. All right. Let's move on. Here we go. We have Poison Ivy number 24, 1 in 25 by Eliza Ivanova. Mike?
I'm pretty impressed with these artists right now taking new takes on this character and making her look like their own design. This is another example of, taking something that's sort of been done. This look has sort of been out there by other artists, but this is a really cool interpretation of the character. I'm not really sure how they're drawing her in the interior of this book right now, because I've heard it's an awful read. So I haven't opened it up and read it. So don't shoot me for that, but it's a cool set of colors. The purples and pinks and stuff are cool, but enough green and enough sort of plant life to know who the character is. It definitely feels incentive worthy. Not sure about it being a 1 in 25, but definitely a cool cover. I won't be looking for it, but I could see why people might be in love with this. It's one of those love it or hate it's, I think. And I do really like it, although not enough to go buy it.
All right. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I think Eliza almost gets there for me. It's not bad, but there are some minor issues. The two hands are two different sizes, the arms. I feel like the coloring toward the bottom half of it is better than the top half, I guess. But I'm also, it's not necessarily bad. I can see where this can be an incentive as well, the layout, but it's just almost there for me. I would probably pass, but I could see someone buying this. I could see someone going, oh, I like this art. But again, like I said, there's just minor issues to it, and Eliza almost gets there.
Yeah. I like it. I like what they're doing with her. I mean, they're with Poison Ivy now. They're really pushing the art, pushing her in more of like a kind of horror, a horror way. So you get a lot more of these kind of covers that evoke a lot of that. So I'm definitely digging it. But to your point, Jeff, I do see like the hands are a little bit off.
Yeah.
One seems to be a little bit bigger than the other one. But I like the coloring.
Yeah.
The best part of it is the coloring.
Yeah.
So I dig it.
The thing that they seem to have done, I don't know why they haven't latched on to that old Black Orchid character instead. It seems like that's almost what they're trying to turn her into, which is basically that's sort of the Vertigo dark powered version of Poison Ivy is Black Orchid. I don't really know why they haven't just made these Black Orchid, but there you have it. I don't know.
It's funny. Someone mentioned these incentives are cheap. I would also imagine it'd be hard to get as well.
Yeah, I don't know anybody. No store ordering 25 copies of this. Not number 24 anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of big comic book stores. So yeah, this will be hard to find.
It's cool.
All right. Moving on, we have Spider-Man Reign 2, number 1, 1 in 25 by Leslie Lee. Jeff?
It's like an anthropomorphic like cat.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't like. I like the background. The you can see the skull, the zombies or skeletons in the background.
skeleton.
the purple's cool. I'm sure Big Rob would have liked that. The face it's too much. It doesn't even look like cat ears. It's like Dumbo ears.
Like a mouse.
Yeah, like a mouse.
Or like a bat.
It's really kind of odd.
Actually, it does look a lot like what a real bat looks like.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. This is, I guess if you're a furry, go for it. Not for me.
I'm sorry, what?
And I don't know what's going on with that Spider-Man mask. Is it a mask? Is it his head? I don't know.
It's
really weird.
It's his beard. He's got a big old beard, remember? Because this is way in the future, right?
Oh.
This is like the whole, like, Elseworlds or like what if.
Old
kind of
man
thing.
Spidey.
Yep.
I got it. Yeah, but it's really weird. That's a weird black cat.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's a black cat. Like he said, it looks like a mouse.
It's a black mouse.
Meow.
There you go. All right, Mike. What do you got?
I mean, for starters, Leslie, is this Lyrics Lee? Is that the same person? Is that this?
It could be.
It's too digital for me. This feels like a store exclusive to me. It doesn't feel like an incentive. I'm sick of these overly digital, plastic-looking characters. I don't get what's going on with the character at all. I don't like the art style to begin with. It feels like a yawn. I'll forget about this cover in a week. You're right. I don't know what animal that's even supposed to be. Is it a cat? Is it a bat? Is it a mouse? I don't really know. It sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. I'm not really sure what is happening. And the old man Spidey thing in the back is also off-putting. This is a no all around for me.
All right, I would agree. I think that it's too anime-ish. Like it's just weird.
It clashes with the Spider-Man.
It is. It's weird and off-putting. I'm not doing it. No.
Allie, what are your thoughts on this one?
You don't want to throw that to me. No.
Oh, come on.
But I mean, I was gonna go down the anime route, but I'm gonna not because people will get mad at me. So I'll back off.
All right.
Although there is a whole like Kardashian hip butt thing happening, or something. I don't know.
It's a shapewear issue. I think.
Yes, it's the wrong shapewear.
And Mike, in case you're wondering, Lyrics and Leslie are the same person.
I thought so. I didn't want to just come out and say it and be wrong. So.
Yep, I hear you. All right, thanks a lot, James, for that. All right, and yes, Santa Spidey. I like that, Mike.
Santa Spidey. Yeah, that's
all right, moving on. We have Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #7, the facsimile edition. This is the 1 in 25 by Jungen Yoon. Mike?
The only thing that I would say positive about it is that it has the feel of those like the old Marvel Masterpiece cards. And just enough of that feeling to be nostalgic for some collectors. So I like it in that way. I'm not a huge fan of Yoon's style anyway, in general, but it's certainly not bad. I am a little sick of the upside down spider person thing, done to death. But this one's got good lines and decent balance. The skyline looks like it's done, probably in some sort of program, but I don't really know. Most of this is digital, I assume. So it's meh. It's not 1 in 25 worthy, and it's a little boring. But maybe as a 1 in 10, this might work.
Okay. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, someone nailed it with the hair and the face mask. It just looks off. Definitely looks like someone just put the hair there and then threw the face on top.
Kind of.
Yeah, what really throws you off, even though it throws you off because it's digitized, is just the background is too perfect. The buildings are too perfect, too straight. This is all too. Yeah, it wouldn't make you feel. I don't know. It just looks very boring, I guess, in that sense. I'm over. I guess these facsimiles and then the 1 in incentives for facsimiles. I'm over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Allie. Did you have anything to add on the cover?
No.
Okay.
Boring. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's boring.
All right. I'm with you guys on the chat and with you, Jeff. I mean, it looks like Yoon drew hair
Yep.
and just pasted.
It looks like
the
she should be
face on it.
upside down. Like the hair is upside down. You flip it around, it would be the same thing.
Yeah, it's like it's just hair, and then I'm gonna just paste up the face on it.
Can you see him dragging and dropping it?
That's
Yeah,
what it feels like. And
yeah.
it feels like he
Yeah.
kind of missed it too.
Yeah. Oops. Oh well. Deadline.
Yeah, because it's a little off, right? All right. Oh, where's Big Rob when we need him? We have Werewolf by Night, Blood Hunt #1, 1 in 25 by Big Rob's favorite artist of 2024, Maria Wolf. All right. Mike, Allie, what are your thoughts on this one?
Huh?
The same thing I always say. It just feels like an overdrawn piece of high school book cover art, like it always does, which I guess is the style. I mean, I guess that's what people want. There are some sort of cool tattoo-y sort of aesthetics to this one that I don't mind as much as some of her other work, but it's just too much for me. Like, it's just like, I want her to rein it in just a little bit.
I feel like she might need to talk to somebody.
I mean, I get it. I get that this is the mark she's made in the industry. She's really the only one doing this well, and I put up air quotes for that because we're talking about sort of the Frank Millers and the Kevin Eastmans of the world, who clearly can't do it anymore, but she can. I don't want it. I just wish it were a little bit more reined in than this. A little fewer lines and muscles and bloody tendrils and
Like, what do you focus on?
yeah.
There's no focus on this art.
She has a lot of talent. There's no doubt about it. But I think that she's trying too hard to fit this aesthetic that she's created instead of just making a good cover, which she keeps crossing the line on that. Every once in a while, though, she hits it out of the park, which we'll see with the Feral cover that she did, which I still love. So I don't know. I mean, I'm on the fence about whether I like her sometimes or whether I don't, but the jury's out. She's definitely a cover to cover kind of an artist for me. This one's a pass, but I see some things in it that I like I always do.
Look, I think to what they were saying, I think it's when we talk about covers that are too busy, there's too many characters, there's too many, too much going on in the background or the foreground. This is just her lines that are just too busy. There's too many veins, there's too many muscles, there's too much going on, like Mike said. It does give me 90s vibe, like back when, like, not Image, what was the other independence with Prime? It gives me that kind of drawing vibes. I think she would fit better with TMNT because it looks like it's a character that has that mutated, like just gone over the top.
I'd like to see her do a TMNT book. Has she done one?
I think she has. But yeah, I would think that would fit more. But yeah, this is too much.
Ultraverse. I was going to say that sticks.
Yeah,
out.
that's it. Ultraverse Prime. Yeah.
It's the stuff I mentioned last week for a different artist. I forget who we were talking about, but
yeah, I mean, that's what it gives me the vibes of. But that wasn't my thing. So
quarter bin vibes. Yeah, but somebody set it up above though. She does provide great energy. There's definitely like feeling in these covers, which is what I like about them. I continually
I feel like it's like a whole bottle of Adderall at once.
a whole bottle of Adderall. Yeah. This is what cocaine looks like when you make a piece of art.
When you put it on paper.
Yeah, exactly. But I like that about it, and so like I really, really want to like her stuff, but it just like it jumps the shark every time. And I get that it's, I assume that's a reference people know, right? I'm not dating myself too badly with that one, but
so we do, and you are.
So okay. Good. So I get that part of it, and that's what I like about her stuff because it's metal and it's uncompromising, like someone said in the chat, and it's energetic, but
It is kind of metal. Yeah, I get that.
it's just a little too much.
I think she would do well on a Toka and Razor.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I like this comment here from 78 Points of Articulation. Tim Vigil. Now that he mentioned Tim Vigil, I can see where Maria Wolf and Tim Vigil are very similar.
Yeah.
So, but I honestly think Maria Wolf's a little bit better of an artist than Tim Vigil, in my opinion. I dig it, but at the same time, I don't. Like, I like last week's Spider-Man cover that she did, but this one, I feel like I know it's supposed to be exaggerated as we can see from everything, but the legs, just the bottom half, like I think the chest up is okay, but everything else is just like what the F?
I see what the F on all of it, but I totally get it. I totally get why people like it.
They're pretty dominant.
She's not a bad artist. She's actually a really good artist. I just feel like her imagination of what she pictures these characters as it's just over the top. That's all.
Yeah, and I like 78 Point just because she's doing this, man. It looks like she's gonna like bite them off.
She is a little too scary
Crush
for us
them.
little boys.
Yes, for sure. All right, and that's it for the incentives for this week.
Woohoo!
Oh man, are you guys eating Oreos? Are you guys eating? I want some Oreos. Are
Dark
those
side.
the-
Dark side. We got the dark side this time.
Oh, yum. All right. Now moving on to the store exclusives. The first up. Oh, look at that!
What?
Beneath the Tree, where nobody sees, #1, and this is I think the second printing or third printing, and it is by Trish Forstner. And you can find it Bird City Comics or Rabbit Comics, LE of $3.50 and a cost of only $25. All right, Mike.
So it's like we say all the time with these kinds of things. She got it perfectly. She nailed it. Everyone knows exactly what this is. By the way, the Care Bears one is like
So
rarest.
much money.
It's the rarest pistol.
Who's on there? Who's on?
Would you pause, please, for a second? Don't worry about the damn cookie.
But I want the cookie.
I had one and sold one, which, much to the chagrin of a few people that I found out later, were trying to collect these and really needed that one. I sold it. I got from under them. But there's a huge nostalgia for these, the original Marvel covers, the border covers, and Trish hit it exactly. It's perfect. I mean, it's exactly what it's supposed to look like. No one would have any question about what it is, and anyone that collects these would know this was the Care Bear one right away. I think it fits the book really nicely. And you know me, I don't really like homages for the most part unless they fit the book. And in this case, I think it fits the book. I mean, there's really nothing to criticize here. It's exactly what it should be.
All right. What about you, Jeff? You're looking into it. I
want to see all the details because I think it like when you redo what's the word I'm looking for? Homage another cover. And this kind of like these kind of covers, like the border covers where there's all these characters on the borders, like she has to do all of that. That's a lot of work. But I really like all the border characters. You can see the distinction of each one. It's not all meshed together. I like how she snuck in a feral cat in there. Like I like all of that, the little Easter egg there, like right under the scary part right there. There's that feral cat. I mean, I dig it. It looks like Teddy Ruxpin, who's in the workshop. But I dig that too. This is really cool. To kind of really nail the homage, not over the top, not too in your face. You, like Mike said, as soon as we saw it, I recognized it. I didn't even need to see the little picture on the side there. And for $25 at a limit of $350, wow. At $25, little hot. for the LE, I think it's right.
I kind of wish I had my copy back now because I sort of want to collect these again. But
I thought about collecting it, and then when I saw the price of one of these go for, and I was like, in a bad condition, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, come on.
that ship has sailed. I kept my Ewoks one, and I kept.
That's one of the hardest ones to get
I
too.
love the
Yeah.
Ewoks. The Ewoks are
I have
really-
one other one. I think I kept two of them. But I can't remember. What, I had my Transformers one.
And
The Ewoks is
um,
really
I,
good.
I think who noticed it as well. I think somebody in the chat also noticed that Trish put herself in it.
Did
Right
she?
here? Yeah, right here,
Where?
and right in the middle.
What?
Oh.
And it even
What?
says Trish right here.
Where?
Nice. I love it. I did not see that. I did not know.
See, but I like covers like that. Like, not only is it homage and a well done homage, but throwing in the little Easter eggs and you have to look at it multiple times to find those Easter eggs. That's fun. That's what a fun cover does for you.
Well, all right. Thank you, guys. All right, moving on. We have Uncanny X-Men #1 by Ivan Talavera. You can find it in Unknown Comics, Anti-Hero, and 616. LE's 3,000 and 1,000, and then also 1,000 for the yellow. But the cost is, I have no idea. All right, Jeff.
I assume 50.
Yeah, it's going to be like a $40, $50. And no, probably more than that.
Well, for
It's
three
probably
of them, more like 75 or 80.
yeah, I would probably say that. Look, the pose is it's the same Rogue pose, right? Her hips, everything, the way she's turned, the same belt angle. Basically he just copied what majority of people who draw Rogue, and this is digital. At least it looks digital. Yeah, I would pass. There's something a little off on it for me too. I think it's the body and the way she's standing. Like, who stands like that?
You don't
Who
sound like
poses
that, Jeff?
Huh?
You don't sound like that?
Me?
No,
There you go. There you go.
no, it's too digital. The background sucks. Yeah, like I don't. It's blah.
Oh, look at that. 78 points. Well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah, as far as it's not like it's not terrible looking. It's just once you realize how digital it looks, it gets old, and I don't care for it.
Yeah. All right, what about you, Mike?
Yeah, all the things Jeff said. It's way too digital. She's twisted in a weird way. It's clearly copied from something else. The face is decent, but this is not worth any kind of extra money. Matter of fact, if this were a cover price, I probably would choose a different cover, to be honest, because I would say that looks way too much like a store exclusive. So I would probably pass on it altogether. So this is a miss, all three.
Yeah, and okay, so kind of going with this like 3-issue combo or 3-cover combo, they usually do something different with the art, right?
Yes.
But it's just like all they're doing is making it a virgin variant, and then we're just going to change the color of the background
to yellow, which actually just makes everything blend too much. Like,
yeah,
almost
Yeah.
negative space, but not quite. Like, nah.
yeah. I'm not a fan, though. I do like Rogue's face. I think everything else is just,
The hair's fine.
you know. All right, moving on. We have Uncanny X-Men #1 by Nathan Zerdy, and you can find it in Unknown as well as Sleeping Giant with an LE of who knows what, and it's only going to cost you $30. Jeff, are you buying this?
He looks like a middle-aged man, and this looks like a 19-year-old Rogue. I mean, it kind of makes me feel a little something weird. I'll give him one thing. This is not a typical Zerdy layout, where it's just like the woman's up front staring with you with the big breasts and plunge line.
The tattoos?
Yeah, the tattoos. It's not. At least it's not that typical. But this does look like he's almost. Who's the guy who's doing all the whatnot covers for like Invincible and stuff like that? Mike Mayhew. Was it Mayhew?
I don't know if it's Mayhew.
No. Kirkham.
Kirk
There
and
it is.
Tyler,
Taylor
right?
Kirkham.
Right. So this kind of looks like that layout, which I kind of over it. But it's actually not bad for a Zerdy cover. Like as much as I complain about how all of them look the same, the Power Girl, the Catwoman, the Harley Quinns, all of those all look the same. This is different. I would say I bet this would grow on me, but it's not like I have to have it. It looks like it should just be. It's not a typical store exclusive. It looks like it could have been an A cover. I would have been okay with that. But I'm not paying $30 for this. I'm not that big of a Rogue and Gambit fan where I have to get every one of these covers that they're on.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
No. The layout is Kirkham, not the actual drawing.
Straight on thing that Kirkham does on all the covers, where the character is dead straight on
and partially hanging, partially offset,
Yeah, exactly. I agree. That does have Kirkham vibes to it. I actually don't mind this cover. We have been harping on Zerdy to finally do something different, and here he is doing something different. So I can't hate it. I really can't.
Nobody do one out me.
It's colorful. It's colorful. I'm sorry about my son. It's colorful. It's kind of fun. It doesn't feel. Dale, please.
Because I'm going poop.
Hey, Mike, we've all been there. We've all been there.
That was live.
Dale loves you so much.
I love you, Dale. I love you so much. That was so awesome.
I can't wait to show him the rewind 10 years from now, where he goes in front of everyone and tells them that. Just go do your thing, buddy.
Poop.
Family moments, everybody. I'm really sorry, but I guess I can't help it.
Awesome.
Anyway, I don't hate this. I actually applaud him for trying something a little different, even though I don't love it and I won't be buying it. I have to give him some props for doing something a little different and new in a slightly different style, even some more lines, a little bit more shadow. It's a little less digital looking. Matter of fact, doesn't look digital at all. It looks like he might have actually drawn this. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I won't be buying it for $30, that's for sure. But I have to give him some applause for this.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, let us move on to the next one. We have Hello Darkness, number 1, that you can find in the Comic Corner, KRS, Mutant Beaver, East Side Comic Mint by Zoo or Zoo, and it's LE200, and it's going to only set you back $30. Mike?
I like it because it's the aesthetic that I like from so many artists like this, like Simmons and Sienkiewicz and that kind of thing. And Orzu does it just as well. It's interesting. It's cool. I want to check the book out. Yet anything that's called Hello Darkness sounds cool to begin with. It's very interesting. Very interesting take on again the what is this? What the fuck is this? I think this aesthetic only hits for those that read Vertigo stuff back in the day. Kind of has that feel again to it. Those painted covers for the Prestige format miniseries from, I guess that's pre-Vertigo, but all those titles would turn into Vertigo titles. So interesting, cool, weird. $30 is way too much for a single book, but it is definitely an interesting piece of art that makes me interested in the book at least. $10 I might buy it. Is it a mushroom with legs? I think it actually might be.
I love the chat.
Yeah, but I actually think it might be a mushroom with legs, though. That's the thing.
It's the can with wings. Yeah, so you better eat this. You better eat your mushrooms fast before it walks away, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, look, stylistically, I love her art. I love that it's painted. I mean, the different colors of the shadows. Like I dig all of that. This is a little. I don't know if I would buy this book, because it's so a little out there. Uh, I might want to read it, but I don't know if I get this actual cover.
What's that image down there to the left? What
So-
is that? A
That's
different
from the
color?
game. That's from the game.
It's from HBO Max. It's a video game, but it's also the show, right?
Okay.
So this is The Last of Us, where
Yeah.
the cordyceps or the mushrooms or the fungus
Oh fuck!
make you
Okay.
like a zombie.
Okay,
Was it?
okay.
Is it Pedro Pascal?
Well, that's why I put it here because this is exactly what it reminds me of.
Wait, are we getting that back? Is that coming back?
Yeah.
It is
Season
season
two is-
2.
They're almost done. Either they're almost done or they did finish shooting.
Because man, talk about a show I was riveted to. Holy crap! You know what else I'm pissed that we didn't? Sweet Tooth. I wish we got a second Sweet Tooth.
Are they not making a second
I
season?
don't know. I really liked it though.
I
it
thought
was
they were.
fantastic. Surprisingly excellent show.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Netflix make a good show and then cancels it after one season.
Yeah, great comic. That I don't know. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, good art, just a little off for me, a little weird, a little obscure. So I would pass, especially, it's this is not for me, but I love her. So
All right. Yeah, I think it's creepy as fuck. It's crazy. It's so out there. It's creepy. It just exudes horror. I mean, I look at that and I really thought of Last of Us. And I hope this Hello Darkness is gonna be similar to that, or a story that keeps you like wanting more. You know what I mean? So I really like it. I like it a lot. I think Apollo had said it's like a tree stump with legs, baby, and hell yes.
Oh, there's a
Hell
listen
yeah.
for this.
just imagine if you walked in the forest, you see a bunch of mushrooms together, and all of a sudden it grows legs and arms.
What's the
Yes.
frisson look like?
And then with 78 points, dude, those are those Japanese mushrooms that are like,
Oh yeah,
right?
Just a weird cover.
I eat
Oh,
those
my
all the
God.
time with my ramen.
Yes.
But apparently there's a frisson
Yes.
in this book.
See, and my fellow horror hermano,
Anthropomorphic.
Steve, right here, he digs it. Yes, he
Like,
does.
Well, the
Yeah, I see.
What do you think, Allie?
It's out there.
it's out there. It's weird. There's no
I
doubt
think
about
you
it.
have to be on mushrooms to draw.
Yes, to enjoy it.
Is it
Yeah.
is the frisson the one with all the hands? Is that what you're?
Mike Syke, the Frizzin is super creepy.
Is it the one with all the hands?
I don't know. Do you have it up? Let me see if we can do a quick search for it. Hold on.
There's a couple. She's done a couple.
Okay, come on.
Oh, is this so? Oh my God. Okay. Yes, it's the one with all the hands.
Pull it up.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
I can't see it.
I'll put that up there. Hold on. Give me 1 second. This is the Frizzin.
Yeah, that one.
Oh.
We like that, or we?
I like it.
I don't particularly love it.
It feels like a sophomore in high school. Just saying.
It's.
Okay.
I know
With a computer.
she's good at drawing hands, and she likes to draw hands. She has said that to me multiple times, and that's cool because most artists try to shy away from hands and feet because they're hard to draw. But so in that way, that's cool. But I don't know.
Oh, what about
I like
this
the
one?
orgy
Oh
one.
my God, I just stumbled across this one.
There's a decal as well.
I'm looking for the decal, but look at the Momoko.
Oh.
I can't see.
That's pretty creepy.
That's pretty creepy.
See, that's more in line with her old heavy metal work, which is a little bit better than what she normally does.
Is there a color version of this Momoko?
I don't know. I think
There's
this is
that the
it.
not final art version.
Oh, where is the call? I cannot find it as a call.
No, please.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is this it?
That is
Oh man,
freaky as
it's
hell.
weird. The call one is weird. Hold on.
So her head is separated. That's nuts.
Okay, here we go.
Is that first one?
That's the call.
Flamingo.
What?
What?
No,
Flamingo
it's-
growing out of a flower, or a
No,
flamingo?
it's like the
no.
flamingo's eating the flower.
Oh, that's the head in there. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I can see. So.
That's what she said.
Oh, and that's the head of a person.
Is it?
Jesus.
Oh, that's a head in there. That's what she said.
My family is off the fucking rails tonight. I'm so sorry.
We love it.
Your
We
family
love
is
it.
awesome. They get
He
the
came in here and
humor.
announced the whole podcast that he was pooping.
Oh, congratulations.
Is that a euphemism?
I don't know, but all of these covers look good. Like even this one. I think this is cover A.
No, stop it.
I think these are, they do this a lot. They get a lot of great artists to do their first ones.
Bathtub.
Oh, what the hell?
It's a bathtub.
Ugh.
No. Oh God.
Oh.
Oh, that's art. That's interior art. Okay.
Yeah, interior art's not bad.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm interested in reading this
anthology.
book.
Are you?
It's creepy, but it's super like old school Vertigo weirdness. I like it.
That?
I don't know. It's probably
It's the
super
birds of the
creepy.
bee story.
Where
All
always
right,
has,
all
it
right.
has a hand in its belly.
He does.
Let's not forget the whole comic industry went nuts over monsters that killed children. So,
Right.
I mean, you know, if that's not creepy enough for you and dark enough, then
Yep.
I don't think it gets a whole lot darker than that. So
What?
this is just
All right.
mushrooms and
Yep.
flowers and things like that. Whoa,
And,
that's
and that
good.
does it for our store exclusives. All right. Thank you, chat. Thank you, panel. My illustrious panel here we have. All right, Mike, are we going to get another cover fire because it's been 2 weeks?
You're getting a cover fire this week. Yes, you are. It's a short one, but a sweet one. So there's 6 covers on it this week. That's all. But really, really good one. So yes, you can find me at CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com every Tuesday, late morning, early afternoon, depending on your time zone, for my article that is called Cover Fire. That talks about all the covers that are not in incentives or store exclusives, just the regular cover price stuff that I like for the week. So go check that out. Please make sure you comment. I love chatting with people down there in the comments. And I am back this week. So for your 4th of July love.
I miss those articles, Mike.
Yep,
So-
I know.
so
I'm
thank
sorry.
you.
Last week I couldn't.
Oh.
Alanis and
Oh.
and Joan.
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis and Joan.
Oh
That kid disappeared so fast.
It was that good. I did say that last week. If you get a chance to see Alanis in concert, please do yourself the favor. She is still just as good or better as she ever was. Even if you weren't a fan, because I wasn't a couple years ago, and she converted me about 75% of the way, and then Alanis did the rest all by herself while on stage. So fantastic show. I mean, I'm going to see Megadeth in 2 months, so Alanis Morissette is not generally my concert-going fare. But in this case,
I'm not like a Lilith Fair kind of person. Just do like Alanis. That's all.
yeah, I mean, she does it tastefully and with feeling, so I'm cool with that. It was really good. It was definitely
All
worth
right.
it.
Yeah, she's a great writer.
She is, and an amazing, an even better performer.
She is. She's very like personal.
It's very personal, and it looked like she was having a blast on stage, which is really great.
Nice. All right. Before we head on out, got a quick shout out to our sponsors. And once again, over at Cover Price, make sure to use Nirvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And as 78 points of articulation mentioned, head on over to Bird City Comics and use TNH10 to save you 10% off your entire purchase. So head on over there and get Trish's
Homage.
store exclusive over there for Beneath the Trees. And then our friend Sean, make sure to head over to Display Geek and you can save 10% off your first purchase using Team Nerd Herd. All right. Mike, can we have our little disclaimer before we sign off?
No artists were actually harmed in the making of this podcast, even though it might have seemed like it.
Just tortured.
Just tortured. I
Just
love
tortured, just a little bit.
it. All right, Jeff, can you take us out, sir?
Sure. Thank you everyone for coming by. Thank you for dropping in, and we'll be back, I'm sure, next week. And if our saying is, if you want to do it right, collect what you like, and be a cover whore for life.
Thank you.